Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. The topic we are going to discuss today is sedative and hypnotics. What we can say, what sedative and hypnotics in general. Sedative and hypnotics are drugs which are used to slow down the mental and physical function of the body. The normal mental and physical function, it actually slows it down. It does not produce any kind of anesthesia, but it or any analgesic effect even. Okay, it only produces or it only slows down the mental and physical function of the body. They are also referred to as CNS depressant. They are also called CNS depressant, while sedatives they are chemical agents that tends to produce a kind of calming effect to the body. Basically, they produce a calming effect, or you can say a relaxed feeling, or after taking sedatives and hypnotics, your muscles get relaxed and there is a really feeling of relief of tension, anxiety, and irritability. For that purpose, these are used. And because of these activities, it is also misused and it is misdiagnosed or misused as well. Okay. These effects are also dose dependent. Certain times it is dose dependent, and we'll discuss while we are discussing drugs, we will see that in lower doses they have a different effect, while in higher doses it has different effect. But most of these sedative drugs will also produce drowsiness and eventually produce sleep, which is at some higher doses. Drugs that have sleep-inducing effects are called hypnotic drugs or hypnotics. That's the difference. That the drugs that have sleep-inducing effects, they are called hypnotic drugs or hypnotics. There is no sharp distinction, if we can say, between sedatives and hypnotics. And the same drug may have both action depending upon the method of use and the dose employed. Means that there is basically a very sharp difference. The same compound produces the both effects, but because of their structural difference, they have, a different kind of mode of action, which gives different effect. Okay. The drugs which we are going to discuss are benzodiazepines, barbiturates, paraldehyde, glutamide, chloral hydrate, and alcohols. First, we'll go with the classification, the major classification. And I think these classification is based on the basically the activity of the compound. Basically, the barbiturates, they on larger doses, they actually mimic the activity like GABA. GABA, which is a neurotransmitter. So they act like GABA in higher doses, and they don't need only their own receptor. They can mimic like GABA and they can act like GABA, and they can depress, they can finally depress the CNS. While the non-barbiturates, they require their own receptor as well as they require GABA to bind to the receptor, and then they can produce their action. So they are basically, they are classified into two classes, that is barbiturates and non-barbiturates. Barbiturates are again more classified into long duration of action barbiturates, intermediate duration of action barbiturates, and short duration of action barbiturates. While non-barbiturates, they have benzodiazepines, they have non-benzodiazepines, and alcohol and aldehydes में chloral hydrate and chlorobutanol, इसमें हमने chloral hydrate हम करेंगे, amides में oxynamide, Piperidols में dihydropyronol, glutamide, quinazole में methaquinone, ethanazone, antihistamines and anti-allergic are also among non-barbiturates. First, we'll discuss benzodiazepines, because this is an important class of drug which we use nowadays in a larger quantity. I mean, it is in Pakistan, unfortunately, it is used over the counter as well. But it is mostly given, and it's mostly dispensed or we can say dispensed and given drug by physicians. Benzodiazepines are a structural class of compounds that are used as hypnotics, anxiolytics, and anticonvulsants, and muscle relaxants like every other hypnotics and sedatives. The core chemical structure is formed by the fusion of benzene ring. As you can see in the structure, they have a benzene ring and a diazepine ring. Diazepine ring have 2 nitrogen atoms. This is the structure of the basic structure of the benzodiazepine. Different compounds have different side groups attached to this central structure in position 1, 2, 5, or 7. These are the basic positions where they are if we produce substitutes, or where they have substituted, and they have seen different activity while they produce the structural difference at position 1, 2, 5, and 7. If you produce changes in other than 1, 2, 5, or 7, you will not get any desirable or enhanced inactivity. The different side groups affects the binding of the molecules to the GABA A receptor, and so can modulate the pharmacological properties, the potency of the effect, and the pharmacokinetic condition, that is duration of the action distribution. These all the different side groups, they affect what? They affect the binding of the molecule to the GABA A receptor, and thus they can modulate, or they can change the pharmacological properties, and they can also affect the pharmacokinetic conditions, that is the duration of action and the distribution. The principal action and uses of benzodiazepine are anxiolytic. They are basically anxiolytic, that is clinical use as anxiety and panic phobias, alcohol withdrawal symptoms. Hypnotics में as a hypnotic use होता है for insomnia, muscle relaxant in muscle spasm, spasticity caused by CNS pathologies, and anticonvulsants attack caused by drug intoxication, some forms of epilepsy, amnesia, amnesic, perioperative और pre-surgery medication के दौरान भी दिया जाता है for reducing amnesia. In humans, benzodiazepines are also recognized to have interrogate amnestic effect, providing amnesia for events that occur subsequently to the administration of the drug. They are generally considered to not provide analgesia. They don't produce analgesia, but they produce amnestic or amnesiac effect, because they have the amnesic benzodiazepines have effect on the receptors which produce amnesia as well. So they have effect that they can start amnesic effect also. It is important to note that the variation of the dose changes the effect. A hypnotic benzodiazepine administered in low doses produces anxiety relieving effect, while a benzodiazepine marketed as an anti-anxiety drug at higher doses induces sleep. Mechanism of action. To understand the mechanism of action, it is necessary to know the physiology and function of the gamma aminobutyric acid neurotransmitter. And I think you know about gamma neurotransmitter. It is a neurotransmitter which is present in the presynaptic सॉरी पोस्ट साइनेप्टिक में इसका रिसेप्टर होता है एंड प्री में इसके इट इज गेट रिलीज्ड फ्रॉम प्री साइनेप्टिक एरिया ऑफ न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर, और जब ये जाके अटैच होता है तो इट गेट ये सीएनएस डिप्रेशन एक्टिविटी करता है. There are neurotransmitters in central nervous system who increment or decrease the excitability of neurons and so regulate the brain activity. Like I've told you, GABA functions as the major inhibitory neurotransmitter, and benzodiazepine potentiate that function. They basically are there. They are not mimicking, or they are not stopping, or they are not on the receptor of GABA, but GABA is performing its action, but the benzodiazepine, they are potentiating that function. GABA controls the excitability of neurons by binding to the GABA receptor A. The binding creates a conformational change that hyperpolarizes the cell. The cell gets hyperpolarized. This effect leads to a minor communication between neurons and therefore has a calming effect on many of the functions of the brain. These receptors are located in different areas of the brain, mostly at the cortex and the limbic system and in the spinal cord. The GABA A receptor is a protein complex located in the synapses of neuron. It belongs to a family of receptors associated to ionic channels. Basically, the GABA A receptors, they are three types, A, B, and C. The receptor A and C are the ligand gated, while the receptor B is basically the protein, the receptor which uses the protein. I'm forgetting the name basically right now. It belongs to a family of receptors associated to ionic channel formed by combination of protein subunits and highly selectivity for chloride ions. They conduct chloride ion across neuron cell membrane. They help in transportation of chlorine ions or chloride ions. The receptor is formed by 5 subunits. The receptor itself is made up of 5 subunits. It has 2 alpha units, 2 beta units, and it has 1 gamma unit as well. And on these units, there are different sites where this GABA receptor is there, and they also have benzodiazepines and barbiturates receptors as well on them. So, but they are on different sites on the subunits of the receptor. The receptor is formed by 5 subunits arranged around the central chloride channel, and there is a chloride channel in between those receptors. There are also multiple isoforms of each subunits, and these subunits, that is alpha, beta, and gamma, they have more subunits. Like 6 alpha subtype, we have 6 alpha subtype, that is alpha 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 4 beta, beta 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 gamma, and 1 delta. These receptors are heterogeneous and can consist of different mixtures of different polypeptides class. There are 2 GABA binding sites in the receptor and a single binding site for benzodiazepines. They are on this side, which we have just discussed, we have 2 GABA binding sites, while we have only 1 single benzodiazepine site. And like this, we have barbiturate as well, which is located in the pairing interface between and this benzodiazepine is not on a single subunit. Basically, it is in an interface में होता है between a subunit अल्फा एंड अ सबयूनिट बी जो बीटा होता है, उसके इंटरफेस के दरमियान में ये बेंजोडाइजेपिन्स का जो रिसेप्टर होता है ये होता है. The benzodiazepine, the binding of a benzodiazepine to its binding site cause an increment of GABA affinity. It produces an affinity for the GABA it increase that affinity of GABA for its own binding sites, यानी कि वो बार-बार उस पे आके act करता है, उसकी affinity बढ़ जाती है. They act as a positive allosteric modulator. The union of the benzodiazepine to the receptor does not alter the GABA union. It does not produce any change in the GABA union. It's just facilitate, and the GABA gets more and more attached. But it increases the total conduction of chloride ions across the neuron cell membrane. Of course, it gets sorry. The binding of a benzodiazepine to its binding site, okay, but it increased the total conduction of chloride ions. Basically, this chloride ions, they get into in the cell, and the cell gets, or the neuron gets hyperpolarized. That's how they decrease the neuronal activity. The benzodiazepine 1 receptor contains the alpha-1 isoform. This receptor is highly concentrated in the cortex, thalamus, cerebrum. So you can say the mode of action and the site of action. And it's responsible for sedative effects and enterogenic amnesia. 60% of GABA receptor contains the alpha-1 subunit. Therefore, amnesia is a common side effect of benzodiazepines because the majority of GABA receptor contains the benzodiazepine 1 receptor responsible for amnesia. So the receptor, it has the same receptor. The same receptor is also responsible for amnesia. जहाँ पे आके benzodiazepine palm भी bind करता है. That's why amnesia amnesia produce होता है after binding. It's binding. Chemical structure activity relationship. And as introduced before, benzodiazepines have a cyclic structure that includes one benzene cycle, that is benzo, plus a heterocycle where two atoms are nitrogen, diazepine, normally in 1 and 4 position, as you can see, but which can also be in 1, 5, or 2, 3. Normally, the benzodiazepine used in clinical are 1, 4 nitrogenated systems. That means we can have 1, 5, or 2, 3 nitrogen as well, but the clinical manifestation was seen with 1 and 4 position only. By analyzing the structure, we can see the substitution at the different positions and consequences that have on activity. We can see if we have substitution at 1, we can form the increase the activity by alkylation, as you can see on the right side. If we have substitution at 1, this is the diazepam. If we have alkylated, and it is a prodrug. Diazepam is a prodrug, and that it gets metabolized and it gets perform its action. While substitution at position 2 with the electronegative atoms such as oxygen and nitrogen, which is derived from carboxylic group. First generation of these are called first generation of benzodiazepines. It can also be non-substituted, that is like metazepam. Substitution at position 3. Substitution at position 3, if we substitute with OH, then the polarity got increased, and it get faster elimination from the body, like lorazepam. Example is lorazepam. While benzene ring at position 5, optimal for activity. If we have a position at 5 position, we have a benzene ring in which we have substituted at ortho position chlorine or fluorine. It will increase the activity. The electron attracting group है, तो इससे जो है increase in activity होगा, ठीक है? तो ये flurazepam, this is flurazepam, and this is clonazepam. Replacement by another cycle. If we add one more cycle, then activity also changes, and that is tetrazepam. Okay, substitution at position 7. establish the potency, favorable position to increase the activity. This is the most favorable position to increase the activity, especially by an electron attracting group. This position is most attractive, and if we add the more attractive groups, electron attracting groups, then the activity will be increased or enhanced. Like in this, NO2 is attached, which increases the hypnotic action. Like clonazepam, this is clonazepam, and this is nitrazepam. While if we add halogen at this position, then anxiolytic action is seen, while like in these two, lorazepam, this is lorazepam, and this is alprazolam. Okay. Any substitution on the other position, that is 6, 8, and 9, may decrease the activity. There are other compounds who present triazole. There are other compounds as well other than these which have triazole or imidazole ring fused with the structure, and so producing azolobenzodiazepines or imidazolobenzodiazepines. From a chemical structure point of view, if you can see, so we can divide these benzodiazepines into three groups basically. Number one is this group, which is 5-aryl 1,4-benzodiazepines, while the other is this midazolam, and the diazolobenzodiazepine, while this group has a triazolobenzodiazepine. This is triazolobenzodiazepine. As you can see, you have 3 nitrogens attached, triazole nitrogen, and it has diazolobenzodiazepine. Classification of benzodiazepines are in terms of elimination, that is half-life पे depend करती है, and it has because of these, we have a short, intermediate, and long-acting benzodiazepines. What are short-acting benzodiazepines? Elimination half-life is less than 5 hours. They get elimination in less than 5 hours. These are midazolam and triazolam, mainly used as hypnotic for their quick sleep onset. They have few residual effects and can cause rebound insomnia when disruption, as well as amnesia and dependence problem. But that's why these alprazolam, which was, which was marketed here as well by the name of Xanax. So it was very much used, and it was because it was short acting, and it does not produce, if we want to produce a sleep effect of overnight only, they used to produce sleep for a shorter, they have onset of action, and then they produce a sleep, which was, and they get out of the body, and as their elimination half-life was less than 5 hours, so they also get out of the body, and in the morning the patient gets, they are not drowsy, or they don't have other side effects. Okay, but if with the constant use of these, certain times sleep pattern disturbs, and they also get some dependency problem as well. Intermediate acting benzodiazepines, they have a elimination half-life of 5 to 24 hours. Normally they are used for anxiety purpose, might have next day residual effects if used as hypnotic. Alprazolam, lorazepam, and lormetipam, sorry, this intermediate, as you can see, alprazolam is both, if we use it in lower doses, it acts as more like hypnotic, but for more effect, and we feel increase the dose, it affects as it is used as anti-anxiety as well. While long-acting, the elimination half-life is more than 24 hours, arriving to 100 hours in diazepam. They present risk of accumulation, especially in the elderly or patients with metabolism disease, example diazepam and clorazepam. इसमें मैंने, सॉरी, इसकी नहीं दी है, मैंने पिक्चर गलत यहाँ पे लगा दी है. क्लोरसिपेट की है, लेकिन साथ में तीनों में मैंने एक ही पिक्चर लगाई. ओके. Barbiturates. Now next are barbiturates. They are dry derivatives of barbituric acid. Barbituric acid जो है वो itself उसका भी जो है इफेक्ट यही है. It has its hypnotic effect आता है उसमें, sedative and hypnotic effects है. But जो barbituric acid है वो बहुत acidic in nature है. That's why barbituric acid नहीं यूज होता, बल्कि उसको सिर्फ डिफरेंट सब्स्टिट्यूशन के साथ यूज किया जाता है ताकि उसकी जो एसिडिटी है उसको कम किया जा सके. उस एसिडिटी की वजह से ऑफ कोर्स उसकी सारी जो pharmacokinetics and dynamics है सब पे फर्क पड़ता है. Hypnotic anxiolytic effect discovery in the early 20th century. Until the 60s, the largest group of hypnotics, they are considered as the larger group of hypnotics until 1960s. Act by both enhancing GABA response and mimicking. I've told you that benzodiazepines, they don't they don't mimic GABA, but the barbiturates, they can mimic GABA, and they don't need GABA to be there to open the chlorine channels. They can open the chlorine channels without GABA as well. Okay, they increase inhibition of CNS, also block. They can also block glutamate receptors as well. So they are very effective, and they are very strong hypnotics. Okay? High risk of dependence. Withdrawal symptoms होते हैं इसके because it has their own effect, and they don't mimic, they don't actually facilitate only, they have mimicry effect. Okay, so they have withdrawal symptoms as well. They have strong depressant activity on CNS, that is, and they also produce anesthesia, and at higher doses, respiratory and cardiovascular depression, like all other anesthesia. Very little use today as hypnotics. And these are some common barbiturates. This is barbituric acid, then phenobarbital, methylbarbital, and secobarbital, barbital, and amiobarbital. Different barbiturates vary mostly in their duration of action. Phenobarbital, it is long-acting, used for anticonvulsive therapy, while thiopental, very strong acting. These are very lipophilic. They distribute into fat tissues very quickly. So it has CNS concentration falls below effective levels, used for IV anesthesia. They have basically two the tautomeric forms, the keto and anol. The keto and anol tautomeric forms of barbiturates, barbituric acid with the site substitution in hypnotically active barbiturates identified as 1, 2, and 5. When we produce changes in the 1, 2, and 5 forms of either keto form or anol form, then we get different barbiturates. Substitution at 5, it has hypnotic activity. When we substitute at 5, we have seen hypnotic activity. If we substitute with branch chain, greater hypnotic activity than straight chain. If we have phenol group like phenobarbital, then it has greater anticonvulsant activity, while presence of hydrophilic groups such as OH group, SH, NH2, COH, or SO2 decreases the lipophilicity, so decrease the activity. At carbon 2, no substitution. If there is oxygen only and we have no substitution, this is called oxybarbiturates, which example are phenobarbital and secobarbital. While if we substitute the same with sulfur, these are called thiobarbiturates, and example are thiopental and thiamide. Sulfuration at carbon 2 increases lipid solubility. If we the thiopentals जो हैं इनकी increase हो जाती है lipid solubility. They have greater potency, hypnotic potency, and more rapid onset and shorter duration of action. Thiopental has faster onset and shorter duration than phenobarbitals. While at position 1, if we add nitrogen, if the first position, that is nitrogen, is there. So addition of a methyl group to nitrogen, that is methoxyhexatal, short duration of action होता है. Next is paraaldehyde. Paraaldehyde जो है वो अब मजीद यूज नहीं होता है, and it's an old drug basically. ठीक है. The chemistry is paraaldehyde is a cyclic trimer of acetaldehyde. Basically 3 molecules उसके acetaldehyde के condense किए जाते हैं to form paraaldehyde. Chemically, paraaldehyde is 2,4,6-trimethyl 1,3,5-trioxane. It is colorless liquid having strong characteristic odor. It is prepared by condensing 3 molecules of acetaldehyde in presence of small quantity of catalyst, that is H2SO4 or HCl, SO2, whatever. Properties, it is paraaldehyde is available as colorless or pale yellow liquid. It has strong characteristic order and is soluble in water. Paraaldehyde should be stored in airtight protect containers. This is the structure of paraaldehyde. It is one of the oldest hypnotics, and it was used, it is not continually used as hypnotic and sedative. Chloral hydrate. Chloral hydrate is a sleep-inducing drug used in early 1900, but seldom used today. It is not an abused recreational drug, but it is often misused by the elderly as sleep aid. Chloral hydrate is colorless, slightly bitter taste, characteristic odor, and white crystalline powder. Chloral hydrate is prepared by hydration of chloral, which is obtained by the action of chlorine on ethyl alcohol. Chloral hydrate is used as hypnotic to treat insomnia and to allay anxiety and sedative. This was before 900. Okay, thank you very much.